Hello everyone, my name is Valeria Knyazeva and I'm your English teacher for today. I'm very glad that you're here with me now, and before we start our lesson, please look at the screen and try to guess the theme of our lesson. Okay, let's think a bit. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's move on, and I think I can help you to guess the theme. So let's imagine that these actions were in the past, probably yesterday, and children were watching a very great film in the cinema, but suddenly the phone rang. Дети смотрели замечательный фильм в кинотеатре, но вдруг позвонил телефон. Okay. Here we use both past simple tense, простое, прошедшее время, and past continuous tense, прошедшее, продолженное время. And I think that you have probably two questions in your head. The first one, why do we use these tenses in one sentence? And is it important for us or not? So I'm sure that you will answer these questions after this lesson, because the theme of it, of course, I think you guessed it, past simple versus past continuous. So let's start. Okay, let's talk about past simple firstly. We use past simple when we talk about completed actions in the past, завершенные действия в прошлом, habits in the past, привычки, которые были в прошлом, facts in the past, факты, которые были в прошлом, and series of actions in the past, серии действий, которые были в прошлом. Series of actions, or we can say a chain of actions, цепь событий в прошлом, in the past, yeah. So, and what does it mean, you can say? And let's discuss these examples. The first one. I went to the cinema yesterday. Я сходил в кино вчера. Of course, it's a completed action in the past because we were or you were in the cinema yesterday. But no, not now. So now you're at home probably, not in the cinema. And it's a completed action. Okay, let's move on, and the next example is I always visited my grandparents when I was little. Я всегда посещал мою бабушку и дедушку, когда я был маленький. So here we see when I was little, когда я был маленьким. Я посещал всегда мою бабушку и дедушку. It was a habit in the past. It was your habit probably in the past. But now you probably don't visit your grandparents because you are adults. Yeah? And it was your habit in the past. It's of course a completed action in the past too, but it's a habit. It was a habit. And everyone knows this fact about your past. And the next example, the last one here, I got up, cleaned my teeth and had breakfast. Я встал, почистил зубы и позавтракал. Okay, here we can see several actions and 3 actions here that were in the past. And of course, here we can see series of actions or a chain of actions. Цепь событий. Why is it a chain of actions? Because these actions were in the past, were completed actions, and they went one by one, step by step, друг за другом, шаг за шагом. So, that's it. It's a series of actions in the past. I think that everything is clear here, so we can move on and discuss past continuous now. When we talk about actions in process in the past, we use past continuous. Действия в процессе, длительные действия в прошлом. When we talk about interrupted actions in process in the past, we use past continuous too. Прерванные действия, которые были в процессе, в прошлом, также используются в past continuous. And the next one is parallel actions in process in the past tell us that we should use past continuous. Параллельные, like my hands, параллельные действия в процессе в прошлом. Okay, what does it mean? Let's discuss our examples. The first one. I was watching TV for 2 hours yesterday. Я смотрел телевизор в течение 2 часов вчера. Of course, it's an action in process. Действие в процессе. In the past. Action in process that was in the past. Not just watched. Не просто посмотрели. You were watching TV for 2 hours, so for some time. You have some time, probably an hour, a year, a month, I don't know, but it's time. The next example. She was washing the dishes when I came in. Она мыла посуду, когда я вошел. So here we can see 2 parts of this sentence. The first one, she was washing the dishes, and the next one, when I came in. And here we use past simple and past continuous. It's very strange for you, yeah? But she was washing the dishes. Она мыла посуду. This action was in the process in the past. And when I came in, I interrupted her. Когда я вошел, я прервал ее. So the second action, I came in, interrupted the first action. She was washing the dishes. That's why we can say that it was an interrupted action in process in the past. And we use after when, past simple, and before when, past continuous. Because the first action is in process, was in process. The next example and the last example here, they were reading books while I was doing my homework. Они читали книги, пока или в то время как я делал мою домашнюю работу. Of course, we can say that it's a parallel action. Actually, 2 parallel actions. They are 2 parallel actions that were in process in the past. Why? The first action, they were reading books. It was in the process. Они читали книги. It was a process. And the second action, the second part of the sentence, I was doing my homework. Я делал мою домашнюю работу. It was a process too. And while is translated like в то время как или пока. So these 2 actions, they were reading books and I was doing my homework, were in the same time. They were parallel. These actions were parallel. So we use past continuous here. And of course, the most confusing thing here is the difference in one sentence, like in 2 previous sentences, yeah? When we use when we use while, when we use past continuous, when we use past simple, we don't know actually. But we have one more interesting example here. When is translated as когда, and while is translated as пока в то время как. And I have 2 cars here. And let's imagine that the owner of this car is Jack probably, and the owner of this car is, I don't know, Michael. And Jack was driving a car, it was a process, was driving a car, past continuous. When Michael bumped into him. Он вел машину, он ехал на машине, когда Майкл в него врезался. So Michael interrupted this action. Michael interrupted Jack's action. So we use up to when, past simple. And before when, past continuous. And vice versa. For example, when it's Michael's car, yeah? When Michael bumped into Jack's car, he was driving a car. Когда Майкл врезался в машину Джек, тот вел машину. It was a process, and Michael still interrupted an action, Jack's action, yeah? So here it is. here's the difference in one sentence, and I think that everything is clear here, I hope.
And now I want to help you a bit, and I want to demonstrate you some more interesting thing. I want to draw a very helpful scheme, actually very helpful schemes, in order to see the difference between past simple and past continuous. Please be attentive. The first one, let it be past simple. Past simple. So, when we talk about past simple, as we mentioned before, we talk about a completed action. So, a completed action, it will be a cross in a circle. Okay, and for a series of actions that went in the past step by step, we should use several crosses, yeah? Because they went step by step. So we should draw a line, and let's imagine that we're here, and this is the past. This is our past. Okay, and for example, I came in. Я вошел. So it's a completed action. We should draw a cross. And if we add I came in, kissed her, and fell asleep, for example, sleep, я пошел, поцеловал ее и заснул. It's a chain of actions, and we should draw several crosses. Yeah, they went step by step. I think that's it for past simple. Okay, and now let's move on to past continuous, of course. Past continuous. And there will be several schemes actually. The first one is very, very simple. So as usual, we are here, and this is the past. So when we talk about past continuous, we talk about some actions in process in the past. So we should draw a wavy line. It underlines that this action was in the process. A wavy line in process in the past. For example, I was watching TV for 2 hours. We have here for 2 hours. It underlines duration, some duration, длительность. For example, here it will be 2 p.m. and here 4 p.m. So 4, 2 hours. This is the action, the first action, and the only one, yeah, the first action that was in the process in the past. So we use the wavy line, and we use, of course, past continuous. So another scheme for past continuous will be connected with interrupted actions, yeah? Let us draw a line. We are here. This is the past. As we already know, we use both tenses. Past simple, it will be like a cross in a circle, and past continuous. Will be a wavy line. Yeah. For example, I was watching TV when she fell asleep. So here we see when. The first action is I was watching. The second action is she fell asleep. The first action in past continuous and the second action is in past simple. Let us draw this line, the first action, and the next action, the second action, like interrupted the first one. Yeah, interrupted, and we use when. And the last scheme here, we use past continuous here, past continuous. Yes, yeah. As usual, we are here, and this is the past. Okay, of course, I'm talking about parallel actions that were in process in the past. Parallel actions are like two or more wavy lines. Yeah. The first action will be here, and the second action will be here. And for example, 2 p.m. from 2 p.m. till 4 p.m. Yeah, as usual as in the previous sentence. For example, okay, again, I was watching TV. While, we should write it down here. While, в то время как. While she was reading a book. Okay, of course, the first action, I was watching TV. This action was in process in past. Here it is. And the second action, she was reading a book. This action was in process and in the past too, and they were in the same time. Let it be the same time. В одно и то же время. Same time. Okay, guys, now I think that everything is clear for real for you, and you know how to see the difference between past simple and past continuous, of course. And past continuous, of course.
You can practice a bit, and now you can see a QR code on the screen. So I ask you, pause this video please and do the task. You need to click the link in bio or scan the QR code that you can see on the screen. And don't cheat, please, because it's very useful for you. It's very helpful for you to practice. And we will check it in a second, actually, and you need to pause and do the task. Okay, I think that it's high time to check your task. What about the first one? I was playing in the park when I saw 3 kangaroos. Я играл в парке, когда я увидел 3 кенгуру. The first action was in process. Yeah, was in process in the past, and the second action interrupted the first action. Увидел, it's a completed action in the past that interrupted the first action. I was playing in park. So we use these tenses here. The second sentence is the same like the previous one. So I think that we can move on and discuss number 3. They were jumping away while I was watching them. Они упрыгивали, пока я смотрел на них. So here we have, of course, parallel actions like my hands, yeah? Parallel actions, they were in the same time and they were in process in the past. So we use past continuous here. Number 4, I found out that they were from the zoo while I was watching the news. So we should remember our scheme that was in the previous slide, I think. And we use past continuous after while, and we use past simple before while. So here it is. And we can say that found out interrupted the second action. I was watching the news. Я узнал, пока я смотрел. Yeah. The last two sentences, I think that they are the same like the first sentence here. And I hope that you know it and that you learned it. We can move on, and actually we can summarize our lesson and your work on the lesson today. So we revise past simple and past continuous tenses. Yes, we did. We discussed the difference between past simple and past continuous. Yes, we did. We did a great job. Yes, we did, because you can see well done on the screen. And I hope that you liked my lesson very much. Okay, and I hope that you liked this lesson very much and you liked this presentation and this material. So answer the questions, please. What did you like more of this lesson, and what point was the most difficult for you, because it's very useful for you. I will help you if you have some problems. Write your feelings and write your emotions in the comments, please. And actually you have a home task as well. Please revise the theme and be ready to write a quiz. It's very important for you. And as a home task number 2, write one sentence on each case of using past simple and past continuous in the comments too. Okay. Thank you very much for your activity and for this lesson, for watching this video and for watching this lesson, and goodbye. Данный урок может быть адаптирован для работы с учащимся с ОВЗ, а именно с обучающимся с задержкой психического развития, вариант ОВЗ 7.2. Для того, чтобы урок прошел успешно, учителю необходимо выбрать более медленный темп речи с более легкой лексикой. Так учащиеся с ЗПР будут воспринимать информацию лучше и запоминать ее соответственно. Для учащихся с задержкой психического развития будет предоставлена возможность выполнения каждого задания несколько раз. И на выполнение задания освоения материала будет также отведено больше времени. Спасибо большое за внимание.